Okay, here we go again.
No.
Here we go
Jesus.
again on my own.
I'm shocked that my mic isn't picking up the work-hurting screams coming from the playground.
Anyway,
It's
welcome
probably for the best.
everyone to episode 115 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. Today, we are talking about some recent news in the social VR space. So it's not specific to VR chat, but it is going to affect VR chat. Whether that's positive or negative, we're going to be talking about that. So, before we get started, I want to ask who all has heard that Rec Room is shutting down? And have you ever played Rec Room?
I heard it was shutting down, have not touched it.
You
Toby?
were the one who told me.
Okay. And you've never played it?
Did they say why they were shutting down?
Yes, I'll get to that in a minute.
I downloaded it, but I never actually played it, no.
Refresh your memory, Rec Room is effectively, like, is it just
And Vampy.
VR Roblox at that point?
Yeah.
Did you hear about Rec Room shutting down, and have you ever played it?
No, I haven't heard anything, and I've never touched that damn thing.
Okay, well,
I don't blame you.
so I'm the only one here that's ever been in Rec Room for any reason, and I was in it solely to familiarize myself with how it works when I was working at a VR arcade type place. So I had to know how all the games work so I could walk people through what to do.
Yeah.
So I've experienced it a little for like 15-20 minutes, and this was like 4 or 5 years ago now, and it was insanely packed with screeching kids.
Like I said, VR Roblox.
So now the issue with Rec Room shutting down is, where are all of those kids going to go? They're going to find some social place to go. Anyone playing Rec Room or other social games wants a social atmosphere to play with random people, right?
Hopefully they go to Gorilla Tag.
That doesn't really fit the idea, though. Yeah, Gorilla Tag is a game only and not a social interaction.
Well, no matter what,
And
I
it's-
can only think of two immediate places. So they'll either come here to VR chat, or they'll go to the other VR spots Roblox I know has.
Yeah, Roblox has started to have more VR stuff from what I've heard, so they might do that.
Okay, I've tried to explore them, but they're not exactly Vive compatible. So
Yeah, so that's going to be the issue there. But I'm assuming that it's fully Quest compatible.
yeah, like I tried to do VR on
So-
Roblox, but because there was like no support for Vive, I had to run with control schemes that somebody had posted on Steam VR, and they just didn't work.
Yeah,
Like, I tried
so
a couple times and just
with
gave up.
that, for the most part, the kids that are playing that were playing Rec Room, which Rec Room is still up right now, I believe, but they have closed new registrations. So unless you made an account previously, you cannot join it. And they're closing down in like a month or two, I think June 1st or something.
Yeah, pretty
but-
much. The end of Rec Room has been spelled.
Yeah, so people are slowly going to be funneling out of Rec Room over the next couple months into other games. And my best bet, or my best guess, is most of them will end up in VR chat, because it's the big name one that has similar games. And there's been games recreated from VR chat in Rec Room and Rec Room in VR chat. So yeah, I have a pretty good feeling that most of them, being on Quest, are going to end up funneling into VR chat. And VR chat is already working on certain features and things to make that transition a little smoother for them. Which one of them they actually announced today. Like I'm not 100% certain that this this new change is due to Rec Room going down, but it's just funny that it coincides with it. So right now, like if you go to a group event in VR chat, you know, a lot of the times someone at the door will be like, oh, you're in an unoptimized avatar, you need to change before you go in, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
VR chat is implementing a way for the group instance to set minimum avatar performance.
that's a problem.
Which I actually really like that idea, because now you don't have people randomly bypassing it by just walking through and changing their avatar.
Yeah,
You know,
don't
the
get me
group-
wrong, that's a really good plan. Just I need to look at my avatar collection now.
The group staff
I feel the
just
same way.
like the only issue I'm gonna see with that change is that a lot of groups are like, oh, but the staff doesn't have to follow the rule, which VR chat's like, no, if you set it for the instance, it's set for everyone, no matter who you are.
Yeah, most of mine are definitely very poor.
So anyway, I'm very heavily expecting an influx of kids, and with that, a very specific set of new features from VR chat that are aimed around both keeping them safe and giving them their own spaces, and also VR chat having an influx of users that most of which aren't going to be buying VRC Plus or spending money in VR chat. I'm really wondering what that's going to do to VR chat's financial situation. And if you didn't know, Rec Room is shutting down because they couldn't make money. They were losing money. They ran out of funding. That's why they're shutting down.
Well,
So,
if
again-
the same thing happens to VRC. We're gonna have to find something new for our podcast.
Yeah, so
Still have
with
VR
that,
still
it's like, what's going to happen to VR chat because of this influx of people who are not going to be buying anything in VR chat or spending any money in VR chat? Because let's be real, for VR chat to continue existing in any form, they have to be able to make money. They have to be able to pay their server costs and pay their developers and continue to grow. So, other than them increasing the price of VRC Plus, which I'm half expecting to happen within the next year, or maybe a multi-tiered VRC Plus system where you get certain features for the base and extra features for the higher up tiers, I have a feeling they're going to end up doing things like that.
They
And-
could also start restricting your
Howdy, hey,
free
Xavier.
and avatar slots.
Yeah.
Things like that too could start happening.
Yeah, also, to
restricting your
anyone
favorite
that's going to
world
start
slots.
chatting in the chat, apologies in advance. Our resident chat reader is not here this week, so one of us will have to
Hey,
keep up with it.
Xavier.
Oh, hey, Xavian.
Oh,
Also, when are you gonna
yeah.
get your ass in here?
So, yeah,
let me do it.
other than that, like, do you guys think VR
From
chat
my
might
perspective.
at some point decide to like have exclusive events that you have to pay a ticket price to VR chat, them taking a cut of it to get into an event?
Mm.
Because there's a lot of events that happen in VR chat right now where you have to buy a ticket to go to it. Like Ferality, I
Oh,
believe
it's
you have
actually
to
coming. Okay.
Ferality, I believe you have to pay like $20 or $10 or something to get into. But VR chat doesn't get a cut of that. I feel like that's a direction VR chat could go to continue funding itself with the people that have money and are willing to spend it. Because, you know, if they gave a ticket system to those large events and said, hey, use this, we'll take 10% off the top. That right there is probably an extra $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Problem is, how many people would be on board with that?
For the simplicity of it and the fact that the third-party websites that you have to go through to get those tickets right now are taking a percentage anyway, VR Chat wouldn't be taking much more of a percentage than those, and it would be a simpler system to fully lock it down to only specific accounts. Like my account buys it and allow me to gift it to you and things like that. So I think that definitely would be one option for VR Chat to expand on their income sources.
Well, I can see
with
that
things
working,
that already
but
exist.
how would they implement it, and when would they even be able to start doing that? I feel like they should wait until they figure out how many, at this point, how many kids are going to be falling over from Rec Room to here instead of other kid-friendly platforms?
There's not very many other platforms, so I'm assuming that like 70% or more of those kids are going to end up in VR Chat for some period of time.
Yeah.
Sadly, that I think that's the reality of it, and that also means public instances are going to be more flooded with kids of ages that shouldn't be in VR Chat, for one.
We just need VR daycares.
Oh my god.
He has joined.
I could see like actual daycares doing that. Like they have a completely blocked off instance from anywhere else in VR Chat, and they have their own sets of headsets where the kids can interact with them.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice for the kids.
There he is.
How's it going, Xavier?
So,
that's here.
It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah, welcome back, Xavier. You haven't been here in like 6 months, I swear.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a minute, and not because I wanted to. Oh man.
But let's continue on to talk about Horizon, which is Meta's VR social app. You know, the thing that has no legs.
I thought that shut down ages ago.
I thought Meta was
It's
shut
still
down, too.
running.
No, it's still running, and you can still join it, but they have put the nail in the coffin. They are shutting it down completely. Meta is pivoting away from trying to make games and instead focusing on the headsets alone, I believe, but also pivoting away from VR as a whole.
Exactly good at the whole VR social aspect to begin with. So
Yeah, like we will never
I know
have
VR Chat has
legs.
ups and downs,
Okay.
but at least they got it.
Yeah. So
Actually, I
with
believe they said
Horizon
was
shutting
that
down,
it
which
cannot have legs.
yeah, well, no, it was Zuckerberg just simply not wanting legs in game because they're not needed for social VR. And then you look at VR Chat and be like, but my legs make it so much more interesting.
Yes.
Like crew,
Beat
raise up.
game.
God. I
So-
just don't want to take the time to set up full body.
Horizon, I don't
Start
actually,
vamping.
I don't personally
Same.
know of anyone that spent any time in Horizon Worlds. So
I spent some time in it.
What did you
how
think?
was it?
Okay, so it's shitty. There's like no shit. Like I did it because I was gonna do a review on it, and trying to give it like is it as bad as everyone says it is? It's basically just discount VR. They had people build the worlds that they asked for, so the worlds look kind of nice, not even like great. Like your average VR chat, like what I do for worlds and whatever, competes well with what they do in it. There's more like functionality when you go to world to world. Like there's buttons to press, there's things that'll come out, there's a lot of reactivity and stuff like that because these are professional coders who makes their worlds. But that's not enough to keep social. So like there's one for a birthday world. You press on a candle, birthday comes out, and like nice little animations, whatever. But the world is about as graphical as what we're in right now, which this is made to be simple for good reason. They don't have to do that. They,
Can't
it's
read that name at
it's
all.
meta. They can really do some nice stuff. They just kind of Yeah, shot themselves. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sorry, I can't read that
great.
bulletin board.
So what I'm gathering is
Yeah.
Horizon basically. Really, I think the biggest problem with Horizon Worlds is that it's extremely limited to only basically just the Quest headsets now. You can't
Yes.
access it from Steam VR, can't access it from anything else. It's just Quest headsets. So since VR
designed all to be-
started through Steam VR, it's really kind of stuck with they lost out in a large part of the market share early on.
There's a way they could have won, and this is strange because since Rec Room kind of had a chance of success, they could have had a chance of success. They shot themselves in the foot, and this is I think a line that's been quoted a lot. If they didn't have whatever deal that they made with VR chat to be compatible or however that worked, if that never happened, you would have had Questies would have went to Horizon, which would have been a huge boom to them. It would have been a night and day change.
I don't
I
think
think
there was
there's a
actually
deal.
any deal with VR chat. VR chat did it on their own.
Yeah, that
Oh,
I
can
would not
believe
put it
that.
past VR chat. Just say fuck it, we'll do it
Yeah,
ourselves.
because at first, when if VR chat had a deal with them, I'm pretty sure VR chat would have been given beta test quests to use for it. I don't believe they got those. The initial builds of the Android VR chat version, which Quest runs on Android, were for the Gear VR, the Samsung Gear VR, before the Quest came out.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't think there was any deal with VR chat. So Horizon really had nothing they could do. I think it's solely the fact that anyone on a Quest headset that wants to interact with someone that's on a better headset or a PC VR headset, they don't have a choice but to pick one of the other services that are cross-platform.
Yeah.
And a lot of let's be honest, until like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, 90 something, or not 90, but like a very large majority of people with a Quest headset were under the age of like 16.
Oh, very large. Yeah, most definitely. The numbers, you can see the numbers.
But-
It's definitely
The
stacked
numbers,
in that
Mason.
direction.
Recent in the last couple of years, I think that's starting to skew a little more into the 20s and 30s, and even the older people like 50s, 60s. They're all starting to get the Quest because it's only a couple $100. Now I can try VR with my grandkids.
Yeah.
That sort of
I
thing.
think
I've
the
seen that a
biggest
lot in
seller
VR
is-
chat even.
All you need is internet access. You don't need a computer to try it
Yep.
out.
Exactly.
Follow Purge.
I think that's the biggest sell now for that. For the older.
Hello, everyone.
people.
Yes.
I'm
Welcome.
gonna change myself from a bright and shiny face.
So-
I can see it on your stream.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really. I think it really comes down to Rec Room couldn't find a way to get kids to pay for anything
To get
within their
them-
service.
To get their parents to pay.
I feel like they shouldn't
too.
either.
And they were also extremely limited because they actually allowed parents to sign up kids under the age of 13. So
Yeah.
Rec Room, I don't know if Rec Room had a lower age limit, but it did have anyone under 13 had to be signed up with a parent's account as the master of it.
Here, I'll look it up real quick.
Basically,
So-
parental controls.
Exactly. So basically, with that, they kind of shot themselves in the foot because when you do things like that, you're not allowed to advertise like at all
Yeah.
to those under 13
much.
accounts. And
There's
that
law.
means all of those accounts are now costing them and not bringing any profit to pay for their servers. And I think that's really where Rec Room lost. They didn't get the older people that have money to spend and are willing to spend money in a VR social app.
Okay, so while there was no age limit from what I can tell, if you signed up as 12 or younger, you were set up with a junior account, whatever that means.
Yep,
If you're
that's what I was talking about.
it was still recommended that you have parental permission before you do anything.
Yep. But they basically they allowed people under 13 with parent account tied to it.
Yeah.
Basically. So where is that age group going to go if they want to continue in a social VR aspect? Where are they going now?
Mind if I throw just an interesting this aspect to it? Rec Room's been out for a while, right? And I think that they're going to follow the same thing with the Questies here. Those kids are like 18, 19, 20 now. Like Rec Room had it, but it wasn't growing an audience for a long time, and they kept the same audience where they had the boom just like we did. So they're adults now. They're probably they're probably adults, but now they've grown out of it. You can only play as a little toy bean for a little
Colonel,
bit.
can I ban this one by putting their Discord name on there?
Just delete the message.
Hold on.
Oh, that's a bot. That kind of thing's a
yeah,
bot.
then ban it.
All right.
Yeah. I know because I've gotten those before. Those are bots.
The fuck out of here. All right. I gotta do my job.
But anyway,
Also, there could be a possibility in the future, maybe not in the near future, but maybe a year from now, that we would start seeing worlds, just like with age-verified worlds, we'll start seeing age-verified worlds that say 13 and under. For
no,
just kids.
not a chance.
Really?
Not a
Right.
chance. VR chat will
I don't
never
know.
allow under 13 in because of the fact that they allow user uploaded content. They can't.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like that is a
Yeah.
rabbit hole you can
Because they
exactly
would-
crawl out of.
They would then
They're
have
like
to
I can see them doing
moderate.
the reverse, like for adults. I can see that happening, like for concerts and stuff you were talking about earlier. Like,
Yeah, I was,
if they want to have live concerts, paid stuff. I can see VR chat. doing
Yeah,
that.
VR chat isn't going to change their rules to accommodate people under 13. I guarantee that will never happen.
Shouldn't have to.
But
They shouldn't have to.
exactly. But I could definitely see VR chat branching out into more ways to make money because of the influx of 13 to 17-year-olds from Rec Room that are going to start costing VR chat money while not making it any. Because where else are those kids going to go? It sucks that VR chat is the largest and by far the largest social VR platform.
Unless another company rolls around and starts trying to capitalize on Rec Room's downfall, which has happened before with other games.
But that still leaves the problem of why Rec Room failed.
They don't care. They'll find a way.
And it's
their head.
that you can't make money off of under 13. You just simply can't. There's no reasonable way to make any sort of profit off of them.
While I agree, these companies don't care. They're going to do it anyway. Because they find themselves infallible.
I can see if
It's legal
see if-
issues that they really can't do much.
I can see if like Rec Room was somehow like spitting out cash, then I can see like another company like picking up. There's money on the table there. A competitor's out of the box.
Yeah, but with both Rec Room and Horizon shutting down in the same few months, it really feels like the VR social space is shrinking, and it's going to shrink down to just VR chat and one or two others. Like, what's the other one that's somewhat popular called now? Isn't it like
I know what you're
Neos or
talking
something?
about. Neos.
The only
Well,
other
it's called
alternative-
Neos VR, and it changed
Yeah,
to something else.
The only alternative I know is Chill Out VR, but that's it.
Oh yeah, Chill Out
I'm not
VR
sure
is
what
still
happened to Chill
there, I
Out.
believe. Isn't it still? Doesn't it still exist?
Yeah, but
look
it's
it up.
hanging
I'm
on by
pretty
a
sure it still
leg.
exists.
I think it's ran by passion and love right now.
Yeah.
That might be where the kids go.
Stubbornness for the day VR chat goes under.
all the kids go to chill out.
Resonite.
VR.
That's what the successor to
Yeah.
Neos is. Which
Resonite is pretty cool.
Resonite still exists. They still won't be gaining the under 13 crowd from Rec Room because they're under the same rules as VR Chat, which sadly, well, not sadly, but unfortunately for all of the kids that were playing Rec Room, there is no real way, especially with Rec Room shutting down like this, from losing money and not being able to make a profit. There's just no space that's going to open up in the near future for them. So they're going to end up breaking the TOS of other sites and apps and things and going there.
I think that if
I have a couple
there's
of friends that
a
reviewed
one,
Resident.
I think their biggest competitor isn't like in the VR space at all. Honestly, the biggest competitor is straight up Discord. Discord is just, when it comes to social apps, it's just an app, but it's one that pulled me out of VR Chat, really quickly when I wanted to play Destiny or other games and stuff like that. I think if there's going to be a place that they go to, it's going to be, back into Discord, playing what, Minecraft or who knows what. It's just,
But
Minecraft does it for you.
there's still no like social VR, and Rec Room was a type of social VR. Same with Horizon. And
Yeah.
really, we can just stop talking about Horizon at this point because we know why it failed. Meta being just like, grr, we want
The
people
lizard.
here, but we don't want to do anything for it, and we don't want to give them the
Trying
things
to
the people
overextend
want.
Zuckerberg. Anyway,
Yeah, basically. And their like inability to realize this is what people actually want out of a social VR, like having full body and having legs and having cross-platform between Steam VR and Quest.
Oh my.
Those are
Really
the
main
top
selling
things.
point that every VR platform needs to understand. If we cannot put our entire body with all the equipment we have into the game we want, we don't fucking want it.
Exactly. So that's why
I know
Horizon
for some games it
failed.
doesn't matter, but for things where we're just sitting around and talking, you
Yeah,
kind of need this.
yeah. So that's
think
why
there's, like-
Horizon failed. So that's basically it on that one.
I also think there's another thing that's in the wind too. Just it's hitting everything tech wise, and that's the tons and tons of like millions that's been invested in AI. I do think that even though this isn't related directly to AI, but every tech company has seen like a drop in people, cutoffs, layoffs, and stuff like that. It's happening left and right. I believe that probably affected them, or could have been the nail in the coffin for them, because with whatever backers they had to help fund them, because they had to get funding somehow. They probably pulled back and like, yeah, man, this AI thing is going to be like the greatest thing since like whatever, just we're going to do that. So we're going to pull out of here and put those $1,000 over there.
Yeah, and that bubble is steadily getting close to bursting.
I can't wait till it pops. Just pop already. I don't.
I wanna be able to
Everything you
fucking
can do
ramp without spending a
before
bunch of
AI,
money.
you can do it. Yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
add anything really to my life other than getting in my
My PC
fucking
is in
way.
dire need of a fucking upgrade.
Same.
Yeah.
The
What's
RAM.
one
So-
bit,
the
baby?
ra-
I still have to build a new PC. Because
So
I'm at
let's-
where I need to get to DDR5 RAM.
Let's talk
I'm just gonna
about
switch
VR
to
chat for a
PC.
second specifically. VR chat just like a couple months ago reached 160,000 concurrent users. Just 2
yeah.
years ago, their max was 100,000.
Oh, they're breaking that this year.
They are going to. I'm estimating they will hit 200K, if not more, by the end of this year.
You know what's funny? With all the
I
amount
agree.
of people that kept shit talking VR, that kept saying like, "This is the end of VR." Look at us now.
Yeah, so that's one of the things a lot of people are saying since both Rec Room and Horizon are shutting down. They're saying this is the end of social VR.
No, it's not. It was the end of Red Room.
No.
No, social VR is here to stay, whether you like it or not.
It's just
While
for
I,
children.
while I do
it's
not
the
personally
end.
see myself spending money in VR chat, I see a lot of people doing so.
Yeah.
You, for example.
So for every so I would be willing to bet for every one person in VR chat that buys a month of VRC Plus, VR chat can afford to have 10 to 20 people that don't pay for VRC Plus. So they only need 1% or 0.5% of people to actually spend money in VR chat to keep it afloat.
And with them constantly adding incentives that aren't required to play the game, but still spice it up, it works.
Yeah, definitely. So now would anyone like to search up what the peak player base of Rec Room was in the last year?
You got this?
Oh, sure. Let's see. Peak
I'll say it's got it.
player in Rec Room. Oh no. Okay. So the peak player base was 7,149.
Oh,
That's nothing.
wow.
That's
Okay.
nothing.
That is-
Oh wow.
That is pitiful.
That was hit in.
If they kept growing after that, sure, but if that's their peak.
That's their
Jeez.
all-time peak. All-time peak.
Yeah, it's dead, Jim. It's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Wow. So that
between 2020 and 2021 during the COVID pandemic, that was their
Wow.
time.
And now you'll know.
So now with that information, even if we consider that they had 7,000 people playing concurrently, then extrapolate that out to the last year, estimate they had 4,000, 5,000 people playing, and estimate that that's how many people they had playing each day. So maybe 20 to 30,000 actual users weekly. Individual
it says
people.
Their daily peak was between 1,800 and 2,000.
Okay, but that's not going to be that same 1,800 to 2,000 people playing every single day.
Correct. Exactly.
So that we can extrapolate and do a rough estimate and say they had 5,000 different people playing weekly.
Yeah, that's what I was
5 to
saying.
10. So, okay, well, VR chat's not really going to be affected by much then. I guess this whole podcast is just kind of shitting on why Rec Room failed at this point.
I mean, but I do think it's still plausible, even though games are small. We having 7,000 peak. Yeah, that's nothing in the scope of it. A lot of games are ran to be small.
That
So
also
this is
means
not
that
us slamming the game. These are things we can prove.
if every single person from Rec Room switched over to VR chat and played it just as much as they played Rec Room, well, the VR chat peak users is not going up at all.
Probably
And
not.
also VR chat's server cost is dropping the bucket going up.
In that case, they're probably already here. The ones that are
Probably.
socially
Are.
stuck there, they're already here. They've been here. They saw Rec Room. Oh, this is neat. Yo, here's
So
VR
welcome
chat.
to the cult. You're still not
Holy
allowed here.
shit! Full body. I could be a thotty. Oh yeah.
God.
Please keep in
I'm
mind,
just saying.
we don't know the ages
Haven't
of all
heard
these people
that
coming in
term
from
in a
Rec
while.
Room.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But think about it this way. Let's say they're really young. It was around 2020 when it happened, right? They were 13. It's 2026 now, right? So there's a good chance that 13-year-old plus 6 is now older. I know
They're giving numbers and not doing the math.
13 older people's age.
So, but you're also not considering that peak users of 7,500. Most of them are the ones that have already switched over to VR chat,
Exactly.
and that's why
Yeah.
their peak users had already dropped.
Yeah. Now, I can give you this. If any of them are under that age of not understanding what the fuck you're talking about, there's still the full body aspect and them being able to cosplay their favorite characters from their shows or comics or whichever. There is
Yeah.
still that intrigue of VR chat, even if you don't go exploring any dark sides, any public worlds, any of that. If you're just hanging out with your friends, cosplaying as like say Mario or whatever, you're still gonna have fun.
Hello.
Oh man.
Do I
So,
advise stepping off an edge? God no.
So
Don't.
many hell of a boss people.
Preserve your
so,
innocence.
so many has-been hotel. You know who you are. Pretty fast. Bear with the thickness.
The animatronic characters there do get a bit quirky at night.
I guess most of the things that I said about VR chat needing to are going to be needing to find more ways to make money to cover the increased server cost. I really thought Rec Room was bigger than it was.
Nope.
I thought
not.
Rec Room probably had like 20,000 concurrent users every
Some part
month.
of me, for some reason, thought it was catching up to Roblox.
Oh no,
No.
I'm pretty sure Roblox still has more users than VR chat.
Despite
Roblox
the
is the
drama.
number one like most populated game. Period.
Despite the drama.
Yeah.
And
Then
to be
after the drama, it
completely-
increased. You freaks out there.
To be completely real, VR chat is the Roblox of VR.
Yes. Yes.
Like, no other social VR game right now allows you to just load up Unity and make whatever you want and upload it without any review process.
What kind of is, isn't there?
I think Resonite lets you make things within Resonite, but I don't think you get to upload much. Maybe textures
Not
and that's
ex-
it.
No. Rec Room. Not Rec Room. Resonite is it's weird. I've used it. I even talked to one of the developers on that team. What's on your computer files, which is crazy. You don't. It's a weird way of uploading, but it pulls directly from your Unity files directly into the game. So, like what you have set as your character and stuff, you can like live color your avatar, and it changes on Unity as you're doing your thing. You can like program a whole lot of
Oh.
stuff while being in Unity at the same time, world and stuff. Like you're painting. Oh, I need to put grass here. You can just paint it on Resonite, and that paints it on the actual world. It is
Interesting.
incredible technology.
I will have to actually try out Resonite sometime just to see how it is.
The learning curve is
New stream
thick,
idea.
Like
Explore the
Latina
other
booty
VR
chicks
games.
thick.
I wouldn't be against that. I mean, if I can just take this world as is, minus obviously the VR chat code that I have in it, and upload it to Resonite, that'd be cool.
We should do that in a few
There is
months.
a lot
we
more
should,
functionality right out the box.
we should take time to brainstorm, figure out what VR games we can test out, and then do an episode of the podcast in them.
Oh, that'd be funny.
That would be funny.
But yeah, like, so Resonite, the learning curve of uploading is more complex from what you're saying. So
very much.
it's not just like opening up Unity, and if you understand the basics of Unity, you can upload something like VR chat is.
If you've not learned Unity without learning how to do anything with VR chat, in a weird way, you're better off. You're going to learn it a lot faster.
Yeah, because
VR chat,
Resonite is
yeah.
much more close to raw Unity than VR chat is.
True.
Yes. And as some of the stuff they do in there is very much insane. Like, VR chat blows me apart away with a lot of stuff we do here.
Blows me apart.
Resonite it blows me. And I'm
My
just like,
limbs are
oh.
scattered with what I see in this game.
Wow.
God
Xander.
damn it.
I haven't changed. I've just been gone for a long time.
Are you back to
Oh, my
stay or
God.
just through the night?
I mean, I'm gonna try when I can. I'm on late night, so like life's been a bit rough. Just trying to do anything. Like I'm still like I'm still like on the clock, but I'm just like watching the phone thing, seeing if I get a call. Like it's weird,
Gamer.
but yeah.
Sounds like my
Work
job.
sucks, by the way. The work life's balance is totally out of whack. And I kind of blame 2020 and all that shit happened there, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
changed a whole lot of shit.
We'll see if we recover in like 5 years.
But yeah, I mean, so really, what else is there to talk about when it comes to Rec Room? Like, is there any other social VR game other than VR Chat and Resonite now?
Besides Cello VR.
There's still Neos VR. Neos VR still there. And the weird
We do
way
see
is
the
there was
turtle
kind of a
too.
divorce
Hello,
Hey,
Ryu.
Ryu.
between. Oh, and bless your face. So Neos was started by two different developers. They kind of had a falling out, and that's why Resonite was born. At least that's what I can understand from the story. And so Neos is still up and running. And again, they kind of run similar to how Rec Room, only without the backing of any major company, which is probably why they're still able to like run even if they have like 70 players on their peak count, and sometimes they're
Man.
pretty low.
We should make our own social VR with blackjack, and I'm not going to finish that sentence.
With blackjack and turtles.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've thought
Now I'm
about it,
imagining
like,
a
man, if I could
turtle
just do
in
that-
fishnets.
Turtles and
Hey,
That's
fish.
your own
you-
fault.
Are you
Thanks
trying to
for
get
You
doing
have
it.
into
the
this?
artist's
Class.
pedigree.
Are you,
You
trying
can
to
get your
Anyone
own
who is
turtle.
willing to accept this man's commission.
Anyway.
get on it.
No,
He's like,
David,
"Good luck
it-
for it." Yes.
It would be super cool to make our own social VR game.
I would like to have it.
Look what you
if
told
you
me
have
on
a strong
Pixels.
tie-in, which which I'm glad VR Chat's doing it, tying it in
We
with
could.
Discord.
That's actually a good
It,
name.
it is like it is a reservoir of just getting people on, and if you can have those two play in tandem, like you already do your live streams, people already do it already in it. But if you could have them play in tandem,
Been in that,
like you're
by all
in
means.
like the same space with the people, it would
God,
be
Ryuk.
it would be so awesome.
I love how you
you
said
don't-
reservoir because I was thinking of a different word.
Anyway. Yeah, I mean,
I was being safe.
I think with
Use
Rec
rubber.
Room
I
shutting
mean,
down,
I don't think
I-
cesspool is.
I think the likelihood of another social VR app taking off a little more now, like Resonite or something else. Like, I mean, really, VR Chat is the simplest one to get into and upload avatars for and worlds and
Yeah.
stuff,
Well,
and
how
customized
about
to your
this?
own liking.
How about this? This would be a crazy idea. I would love for someone to make it manifest, because technically we don't need to be connected to every other world. And let's say you have your private other world, you invite people into it. It's like your own game, pretty much, or realm, or something like
So,
like you do in
Similar to
Power.
how other games have like one person starts the game and is the host of it, and everyone else connects
Yes.
through Steam directly to them.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're very much like a community. Like you joined Discord. Also join Turtles Discord. If you're not there, you should be there. It's a community, so you could actually start community VR that way. It's your own locked-in bubble, and there's incentive for people to stay, come and go as they please. And it's not something dedicated to let's say VR
Yeah,
chat.
I think something like that, cross between that and also having dedicated servers for public instances, and you can just
Yes.
phase between them simply.
Yeah,
You know, you can and allow people to host their own dedicated servers for it, and those dedicated servers just have a single world, and they can program it exactly how they want, whatever code they want
Exactly.
in it. I think that would actually be a really cool
It
idea,
looks so weird, Xavier.
and I would love to see and help with a project like that. Actually, like I can help with all sorts of things with the coding and the design of it, just not the 3D aspect of it. I cannot do that part.
Yeah, turtle.
But I really think something like that is where social VR needs to move. Like, you know, anyone can host a Minecraft server, but you can also rent a private Minecraft server for just you and a select set of friends with the Minecraft realms. And you can also find dedicated servers out there that are just public and anyone can join.
yeah.
So I really think social VR should go in that direction and will go in that direction at some point, but it's not going to be VR chat.
And you're responsible for the people who join.
Yes.
That would be nice. No kiddos in my realm.
Like,
No.
having to
Bring your mom
have
and dad.
having
We'll
an
take
account and a server
Bring your
that
milfs
manages
and
those
milfs.
accounts so that like
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
people can still be reported from the game itself and banned by the game itself. from joining private instances and things like that. I think that's a reasonable way to handle it. Like, centralize the account system, but modularize the servers and the user base. That's the best way to go, really.
Come on, developers, we need your help. Let's make this dream a reality. Come to my bedroom and we'll talk.
And
It'll be a long
with
conversation.
that, you'd probably end up having like building in an API system where you log into the server, it can download a Unity package to your computer to modify your UI and everything,
Yeah.
and make everything different and make it feel like its own game. Then it just sits as a platform more so than VR chat even is, and just gives you full developer privilege without having to integrate the multiplayer or the avatar movements and interactions and stuff.
Yeah.
You just implement what you need to. You don't have to handle the VR and all that extra crap. You just go with it. You can make custom games, anything you want.
Yeah. Oh, just imagine this, the rules you can put on
If
avatars.
any
Maybe
company
someone-
wants to fund this project, get a hold of me, please and thank you.
There's the
Remember,
shameless
long
plug I was
conversation in the
waiting
bedroom.
for.
I have great ideas, and I have programming knowledge, so I can definitely work with something.
Give this man a chance to flex so we don't have to hear about it again.
Yeah.
And then he gets it right, and we have
Don't
to
ever
hear about
fucking
it
do that
nonstop.
I'm gonna kill you.
Why?
If I end up in Wisconsin in October, I'm going to kill you.
I work in
Wait, you're gonna come to
finance.
wait, what? October, huh?
I'll explain after podcast.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, anything else any of you want to talk about while we're here? Because we've got like 10 minutes to
Well, I
kind of
guess
tell some things. I think this
Okay,
this
I-
episode was a little shorter and quicker than I thought it would be because of the realization that Rec Room was nowhere near as big as I thought it was.
while on the
Yeah,
subject
let's be
though, it's
real.
what all happened on there? Like you said, you've at least explored it once, right?
Yeah, and it was mostly just like hangout spaces with little mini games. Like I think there was one of the worlds that had like a basketball hoop you could toss into and gain points from. But
was a
I didn't
huge
really
rule
explore
for
it very
them.
much.
That
And
was a
and
huge
that's
world for
sad.
them. Like no laser tag,
Yeah.
and no run or die or anything like that.
Yeah, nah. It was.
If it was in there,
Well-
it wasn't popular enough to grow.
Did they even have a fishing world?
I don't think so. I
That's
don't
why
think
they
so.
failed. They didn't have fucking fishing.
All right.
Fishing need to be in every game. It needs to be shoehorned everywhere. I want to see Star
The
Wars.
VR chat has so
Five of
many
the
different
VR
fishing
I'm in,
games.
They've been to the fishing world multiple times this month alone.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I went to the
People
fishing
really
world.
like fishing.
And so.
I don't
the
like.
subject is
Go for it, go
kinda
for it.
dead. I'd
Yeah,
rather,
I mean,
like honestly, the subject.
the
is
subject
dead.
is just
Let's-
as dead as Rec
let's
Room.
do a quick news update on Artemis 2 for the chat.
No, I don't really want to
I s-
update on that. Well, we'll stick with the
I
VR.
saw it from my house, by the way.
Oh,
The
nice.
launch. Yeah, this is
That's
shot up
fucking
right
cool.
when my neighbor's house was in the way. But yeah, I saw like the rocket shoot up. Just like shoo. Also went to NASA a couple months back for my wife's birthday.
Oh, that's really cool.
We will,
Yeah.
however, go over the VR chat developer update that just came out today because it's got
good.
some cool new stuff. So this week they released an update out of beta that allows VRC Plus users to set different loading screens, one of them being the classic 2017-2018 loading screen.
Wait,
And
Wow.
it
as in,
sounds like
with the fucking little planets and stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
the space
Oh
one.
my fucking god! That might be the
They're
reason I thought
also
VRC Plus.
now looking to
Shut up. That's nostalgic for me.
They're also now going to be adding styling to the loading screen, like UI stuff.
I noticed they did some of
To
that already.
match.
Like I noticed loading in here, it seemed different.
They've updated imposters to make them look a lot
What happened to
better.
me? Why am I so high? What the fuck?
That is cool.
So accessories are in beta right now, and they're actively working on that. So that one's interesting to say the
Do you
least.
happen to have any?
Are you on the beta?
Yes.
You mean by accessories?
Oh, the stuff I can't see. That's right. Okay.
But I've been wanting to see it in person.
That's fine.
Oh, I put googly eyes on
Mysterio,
my.
what happened to you?
This one. I have just a ball on my hand.
Okay, that is what I thought it was. I also
It's
see the
just a
googly
black ball.
eyes.
Yep. Yeah. So right now they just have basic items like.
Okay.
It's a
I
complete
had,
story.
I had to look at the stream in order to see it.
That's fine. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Let me
Does it
switch
mean
back
don't
to
you
my.
wanna know?
Let me switch back
Also,
to the base
I
model.
was gonna say keep that ball on your head for the rest of the podcast, but
But anyway, that they're going to be expanding on in the future once it's out of beta. They just have a couple. They have like a box, a sphere, and the googly eyes just as a testing. So yeah, imposters they've updated to be a lot more similar to the actual avatar instead of pixelated blocky mess that's constantly changing depending on which direction you're looking at it from. The avatar performance based group instances, that's going to be in open beta very soon.
I think we lost him.
Nope, I'm just still looking.
Put the campfire down.
So yeah,
Fire.
you can set that. When you join an instance, it will force you to be an imposter if your avatar doesn't fit the instance requirements.
Ah, okay.
So basically, any group instance that locks it based on performance.
Yeah, because I know about the worlds that would not let you in unless you had a loner avatar on.
Yeah. And you cannot force show avatars in those instances to bypass that restriction.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I was wrong when I first stated this because I didn't read the full
Have to
details on this.
Step
They
away
are
for a
allowing.
moment. I will be back.
They are allowing a group permission role to bypass the avatar performance requirements.
Oh.
So that's going to be actually a really, really good thing. Much, much better than I thought it would be for group instances with like performing people that need to be in an unoptimized avatar.
Yeah, as long as it's done right. And not abused to high hell. That actually might be really good for concerts.
Yeah. Any
So who
big
knows?
events, they don't have to have someone at the door checking avatars because you simply cannot get into the instance unless you have that permission to bypass it. So that's going to be amazing.
Within a month.
And I have a feeling with that type of system being implemented, VRChat may increase the instance player cap soon.
Oh, that means I definitely need to upgrade
Past
my PC.
80. No, maybe not, because if they do that, they're probably only going to increase it 4
Turtle,
instances.
even a bunch of loader avatars cause my PC to lag. That is how ancient my desktop is.
So yeah, that's all they have for it. That's a really cool new thing, and this is the first time they've said anything about this. But it's been a requested feature for a long time.
Yeah. And
VR chat is slowly working that backlog of requested features that people really want, and it seems they're focusing more on the group aspect than anything.
I mean, how else do we encourage social interaction than by making the group interactions better?
Yeah. And also group instances. I've been in a few recently that are a lot more laxed and not like outrageously strict. You got to tell them your age and date of birth and all that crap. So that's getting a lot better recently, which is really cool. But I think that's about it for today. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up.
Including with our
I just
sponsor?
got here.
Huh?
No, I just got back. What do you mean you wrap it up?
We're wrapping it up. It's 7:55.
Yeah, okay. No, that's fine.
So anyway, thank you all for being here for episode 115 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. We're here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you want to support us, go to quandle.store/turtledude01. Use code turtle at checkout for 15% off all scented products except incense and tea lights. We get a little kickback from it, helps us upgrade the streaming rig and maybe eventually pay for someone to do some world stuff instead of me having to do it all. But, you know, that's all for the future.
We can employ somebody.
Yeah, exactly. I could pay these guys something maybe.
You have a budget now.
But yeah, if you want to support us, that's the best way to do it. And also, obviously, coming for every episode. You can watch every previous episode over on YouTube under the same name, TurtleDude01. There is a playlist there that contains every single previous episode, except for one, because one of them didn't upload, and I kind of lost that file a long time ago. So if you weren't there, you don't get to see it. I don't remember.
Oh, shit.
The episode
It's
didn't
garbage.
upload, and then it got nuked.
I'll see if I can't salvage it from my own memory. I'll go down the list.
Also, YouTube recently automatically added all the rest of the Beyond Pixels podcast episodes that I had missed adding into the playlist. Put into it.
That.
They automatically did that. So I was like, oh, cool. The 20 episodes that I missed are just automatically there. Hell yeah.
Hopefully they put it in
anyway.
the correct order.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure it automatically puts them in order. But other than that,
Eternal.
We're gonna
Machines
do
are
the
also
thing.
fallible.
we're going to do the thing we do at the end of every episode and click over to this. And then we'll start with Vampy once again. Chill yourself.
Happy.
You can find me at
Sexy stuff.
twitch.tv/sir_bloodworth. My X account has been suspended because I'm apparently inauthentic. I don't know how I'm not authentic, but
You still haven't figured out what was going on with that?
I have, because their fucking support team is not a support team, it's a fucking AI.
This is it. If you're not a machine, you're not allowed on X.
No.
Twitter anymore.
If you're in the support,
Yeah.
you cannot be a machine. You have to be a person to review the machine. Motherfuckers. Anyways, in a couple of hours, me, Stealth, and a few others are gonna probably be playing some good old Space Engineers. Surviving on the Moon. Also, fucking shit show, never forget.
You guys are going
Damn
to
it,
do the
Vampy.
thing that people are going to be doing in a couple of years. Anyway, Xavier,
Yeah.
go ahead and chill yourself. It's been a while.
All right. I am chilling. I guess what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to pass the torch to a few other hosts to do the streaming for me on my behalf. I am kind of in the leaving or handing out things. So go check out Friday, my boy DFTW. He's one of the our latest crews. I'm looking for a fourth host. I haven't really told him about that, but you guys get to know about it. Do actually kind of keep the train going. I want to keep the positive vibes still living on.
Okay. So, but you don't have anything to chill.
Hello.
You never do.
Never forget only socks, only nugs, and fucking shit show.
Technically, only turtles.
And stealth.
I don't support only turtles.
That's a shame. Otherwise,
It's
y'all
funny,
can find me on
you
Twitch
just
TV
retire out of,
Delta
streaming.
Fox.
You have to like celebrate your lips. You're in.
I'll wait until they're done. Fucking peanut gallery
Continue.
over there. I apologize for my 2-week hiatus. I was in California for a week, and when I got back after that week, I still was recovering from immense jet lag and just missing my partner immensely. But we're back at it now. I'm gonna be joining Vampire Space Engineers in like an hour or two. We'll see y'all then.
Are you back at it with the
All
white
right.
vans?
With the what now?
With the white vans.
Not the one that sells you ice cream and takes children.
Can I kill
Oh
him?
my god.
I know he's the host.
Anyway.
Can I kill him?
Once again, thank you all for being here. Don't know what we're talking about next week. We'll figure that out. Peace.
Matching.
Bye, everybody.
This is gonna be
Oh.
weird. No
Keep your
unhinged
booty
outro
cheeks
this time.
clean.
I typed things
Never
wrong.
mind.
Let me. Oh yeah. Let me just try this again.
Sorry.
No. We needed someone
Somebody
to
had
do
to
it.
do it.
This might be a little
Yeah.
extended because fucking
There we go.
mishaps.
Now I typed it right.
It's good advice. You should keep your booty cheeks clean.
I mean, yeah, but with what?
I hope soap
Paper.
and water is top on that list.
Keep yourself clean. Buy a bidet.
Sandpaper. Get aggressive with it.